Okay, so let's just have a quick look at this. So we've got The Guardian right here, and hopefully you can see that just in front of me. So that's their page. It's the business section of The Guardian, and I can see 2 or 3 stories here. Right, so just these 3 or 4 here. So the first one, environment, fossil fuel lobbyists push to dilute EU anti-greenwash plan. Then we've got energy, coal power becoming uninsurable as firms refuse cover. And then third, we've got climate action, UN appoints Mark Carney to help finance goals. They talk about the EU in the first one, EU anti-greenwash plan. But how much are we really getting to know about this? Don't forget, the EU have agreed a Brexit plan with Boris Kamal Johnson. And so that means they're happy with that. So that means that whatever Boris Johnson has proposed is in line with their plans. And that is all about lobbying. So essentially, as you can see here, fossil fuel lobbyists push to dilute EU anti-greenwash plan. And they say here, energy industry in particular, energy industry in particular fights back against planned new rules on green labelling. Right, so again, when they say rules on green labelling, that's actually accounting, isn't it? That is a financial thing, because whatever you're called as an activity, then afterwards has tax implications and regulatory implications and blah, blah, blah. And, it'll go into the computer in a completely different place. Fossil fuel lobbyists are trying to water down planned EU rules to stop investment greenwashing by setting science-based criteria for any investment which lays claims to be environmentally sustainable. So they're creating science-based criteria. So does this mean that so the EU have rules to stop the greenwashing and using science, and the fossil fuel lobbyists are trying to get around that. A report from lobbyist watchdog Influence Map has found that although some investors support the green labelling rules, 98% of Europe's 50 largest investors are members of lobby groups trying to weaken the proposals. So this is, people like BlackRock, Vanguard. So the big investors are obviously, and this is it. This shows you the intersection between investment and greenness. This is where the banks say that they want to be green, but they prove that from their behavior that they're doing exactly the opposite. The new green taxonomy, which means classification law, would enable the EU to set science-based criteria for what kind of investments can be marketed as environmentally sustainable. And if you look through here, they don't mention the European Investment Bank. Maybe they will a bit further down. No, they don't. But I think if we go back a little bit, we will find energy. We go back a little bit. So coal is becoming uninsurable. 28th of November, Cabinet Office, 27th, 26th, and then in a minute we'll go bang on the EIB. Where is it? How can it not be there? It's not here. Here it is. 15th of November. This is the very thing that they're talking about, and the Guardian's fallen for it. European Investment Bank to phase out fossil fuel financing. Phase out sounds like eliminate, doesn't it? EU's lending arm to become first climate bank by ending financing of oil, gas and coal projects after 2021. Right, so that means from 2022 onwards. Gillian Ambrose and John Henley. 15th of November, Friday, so it's 2 weeks ago. The European Investment Bank has agreed to phase out its multi-billion euro financing for fossil fuels within the next 2 years to become the world's first climate bank. That's what they say. However, wait till later. Maybe they don't even say so. The bank will end its financing of oil, gas and coal projects after 2021, a policy that will make the EU's lending arm the first multilateral lender to, listen to this, rule out financing for projects that contribute to the climate crisis. Rule out sounds like you say no to. But, is that really true? The decision to stem the flow of capital into fossil fuel projects has been welcomed by green groups as an important step towards the EU's aim of carbon neutral. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Here we go. Bank's Vice President Andrew McDowell said the move was an important first step, but not the last step. Why are you saying that? Why aren't you saying, look, we're not doing it anymore, that's what we just said, so it's brilliant? But probably one of the most difficult. Even the probably just kind of means, This is all bullshit. Under its new policy, the bank will end all lending to fossil fuels within 2 years. That's not true. That's completely untrue. And align all funding decisions with the Paris Climate Accord. Completely untrue. Energy projects applying for EIB funding will have to show they can produce 1 kilowatt hour of energy while emitting less than 250 grams of carbon dioxide. So that sentence there totally contradicts everything that we've been told so far. I mean, it says under the policy they will end all lending to fossil fuels within 2 years and align all funding decisions with the Paris Climate Accord, which then says 250 grams of carbon. And so that means all of the big companies, and no company is mentioned here, right? They don't mention Shell, BP, any of these people. Because Total, all these companies, they're all involved in gas, and they are not seeking to be left behind. So it really is complete bullshit. I will not go any further on this, except to say that that's from the 15th of November, and the article that we just saw from today was from today, and saying fossil fuel lobbyists push to dilute EU anti-greenwash plan. The thing is, they've already done it, and the Guardian have kind of fallen for it. You know, good for them for giving us any information in the first place. But Gillian Ambrose herself has been part of this particular problem. And look, the other article got 1,500 shares. This one, it's really not getting noticed. But this is the more significant one because it's telling us that we're being lied to. Brilliant. Okay, well, I shall stop here for now. I should say subscribe to this channel, etc., etc., but we'll get around to that at some point soon. Bye.